Hi everybody, this is a project I've just started prepping for later in the year. This is something I found on the YouTube video. They do it in Canada, so the Canadian beekeepers blog. So I follow him and I thought, well, let me try this, and this is what's called the Super Sixes. So these are over here, these 1, 2, 3 boxes are 6 frame. I'm going to get up 6 frame catch boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to we've got entrances, an entrance there. This is the back of that one, this frame, and that's the entrance on that side. So just to give you an idea, that's how they roll, and these are each 6 frames in here. Now, for the purposes of what the measurements, because the wood here is not as thick as some of the wood overseas, I had to add in an extra piece in here and in there, and it goes right the way down. Okay, I may well have to actually screw this in as we get closer to the date, so there's not enough space for the bees to get in or out here. So what we're going to do is the following with our catch boxes. So we've got 3, 6, 3, 12, 18 frames. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get as much brood as we can in here with 1, 2, 3 queens. Okay, so they will continue in these boxes. They won't be allowed to go into the other boxes, because if they do, they will actually fight each other and swarm off and so on. So whether this has been done in South Africa, I'm not really sure, but I'm giving this a trial to see how it goes. The African bee has a lot of other characteristics and traits, so the whole lot might swarm off, but it's worth a try, and let's see what we can get. This is only going to go onto the flow probably in about late July, August, but I've prepped everything now. But as in Africa, we can't just put this on a pallet and hope for the best. We've got to, so these are all joined together with a metal piece, flat bar, and on the back here as well, flat bar. Okay. Then underneath they have a grid so that the badger can't get in from the underneath. These pieces of wood have been bolted together so that the badger or other animals can't push the catch boxes that way or that way. Now it's quite heavy, and then on top of that we have droppers. So we're going to knock these droppers in about so deep, and then we tie them to the box. Okay, through this little eyelet here, which has been welded onto the flat bar, which goes right the way underneath, and the same on the other side. And then my chain system comes on top. We'll get to that. And these sturdy looking spikes are also there to keep the whole framework in, so that it's all very well if this is like that, but we want this framework to be steady in there. So what actually happens, let's say hopefully it works out well and I get some very nice swarms, and what I'll do is I will place, let's say I can't do it all at one day, so I'll be able to place, let's say 2 swarms, one looking that way and one going out that way. We'll be able to place them in here. I'll put these same lids back on until I have 3 swarms, okay, that are strong enough for what I want to do. So then what I'll do is I will then take an excluder, and I don't often use these excluders, and I'll put an excluder there and I'll put an excluder there, making sure that this queen doesn't get in here and that queen doesn't get in here and this queen doesn't, because otherwise they're going to fight and then it's going to be hectic. So when doing this, remember these are 6 frame. You're going to put those on, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a super on there, on top of the queen excluder, and another super there, and then of course the lids go on top. the lid goes on top, just like that. And then of course, now in other places in the world, you'll be able to put a rock on top and hope for the best, but not here. We've got to put this chain on, which is very tight, and on this side as well, and then I screw it down, and this becomes almost impossible to get these out. To see is 3 supers here and 3 supers here, so you've got 6 supers, so it's that high. You've got 6 supers, and you've got 3 swarms, and they're feeding, and the workers are all bringing honey in through here and the back. And yeah, it's a trial. I don't know if it's going to work. I certainly hope so, but if it does work, it makes a lot easier if you've got a lot of catch boxes and not many hives that you can actually put them in, or you find that your catch boxes are actually not strong enough to move into a 10-frame hive. So you'd rather keep the brood in there, but to put another 4 frames in, because the flow is happening right now, or at that point rather, you want to do this instead, and you should get a good flow, and you should get these 4. But it depends on the African bees, how they work. So follow me. I'll probably do about 3 or 4 episodes on this, and hopefully it'll be successful. I don't know, I'm hoping for that, but we'll see. So yeah, yes, please subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy it. It's going to be fun. Maybe it's going to be a waste of time, maybe it doesn't work, but hey, let's try it. It could be good for everybody, hopefully. Cheers.